Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Brooke, or Baby Sims on all of my socials, and today we are building another suburban home in Newcrest for my save file. So, hello, how are you? This is quite a big home actually. I really love it, and it wasn't until I finished this build Oh my god, sorry. It wasn't until I finished this build and I looked at my gallery page that I realized that I just built one that looks almost exactly like this. But this one is a little bit bigger, and of course the furnishing and stuff on the inside is a little bit different. But I did realize that I kind of already did this before. So sincerest apologies that my builds all look the same. It's definitely not on purpose. Although it might look like it is, it definitely isn't. And I had some trouble with the roofing here because, like, I don't know, I just wanted to be complicated, I guess. I built this house off of a picture like I do with all of my builds, and sometimes real houses are a lot more complicated to do in The Sims than they are in real life. Well, probably not, because it's a video game versus like actual skill and doing things, but you know what I mean. Sometimes it's harder to build a real life house in The Sims than it looks. So that's kind of what happened with this house for sure, and it definitely took a minute to get things right around here. But I definitely did like how it turned out in the end, and I really do love this house, and I love the family that lives in it. And as you can see from the title, this is called the Brennan's family home, which is because the family that lives here is the Brennans, which I'm sure you assume by now. Yeah, and they're quite a big family. It is a mom and a dad, and it is Jill and hold on, I have them written down. Let me like tell you a little bit about them because I did write it down for this video. So let me just take a quick look. Okay, so the mother is Jill Brennan. She works in the business career, and she has the aspiration to be rich because that's what it came up with, and also I think it's just like something that she's desired. The father is Derek, and he is an art critic, and he loves fitness, and secretly he always wanted to be like a sports player. Like I think he always wanted to be in like the basketball team, the SBA, the Sim City Basketball League, or Sim City Basketball Association. Is that what it is? I don't know what the NBA actually stands for. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really not good with sports. I'm assuming it's association, but yeah, he works as an art critic. Then they have a teenage daughter who is 14 years old, whose name is Mia Brennan. And I'm pretty sure I gave her the goal-oriented. She's very, she's an overachiever. She's very like dedicated to school and wants to do very well. Then there is a child age sim named Everett, who is a male, and he is 8 years old. And I don't really remember any traits or anything that he has, but his room is red, and I like that. Then there is twin toddlers. One is a boy, and his name is Santiago, and he is 3. And then his twin Iris, who is also 3, and a female. And yeah, they also have a family cat, because all of my Sims I make usually have pets, because I find it uncommon for people in real life to not have pets. I know that it does happen. A lot of people don't have pets, but I feel like more people than not have pets, if that makes sense. Like of some sort, like a fish, or a hamster, or a cat, or a dog, or a ferret, or I don't know, turtles. I don't know. But either way, that's a family who lives here, and yeah, as you can see, they're quite a big family. It's a family with 4 kids, 2 parents, so a family of 6. They live in this giant house, which I felt was very fitting for them, and the house is decorated with a very much a beige, white, and gray color scheme, which I really love doing. I know that's kind of what I always do for my builds. I feel like my builds kind of tend to always go with the beige and white color scheme, but that's just my favorite. Besides, well, actually, no, my favorite is blue and white, like a coastal type of vibe. But I do that so much, and it's kind of such a distinct thing where you can only do that so many times before it gets way overdone, while beige and white is so common that it's like on the common spectrum of being like, it's okay to overuse, rather than the coastal color set is like, okay, we get it. There's only so many things you can do with that same 2 colors. So, yeah. And I'm sorry that this house looks so similar to the one I built like 2 weeks ago or something like that. I'm also sorry that I suck at uploading videos. I'm gonna be so honest, and it takes me a long time to do these videos. And let me like talk a little bit about my recording process, so maybe you guys get a better idea why I'm so infrequent with my uploads. So I usually okay, every day around 10 o'clock is when I come in to do like what I call computer time, because I'm usually busy throughout the day spending time with my family and doing stuff for the book I'm writing, or for my other channels, and hanging out with my boyfriend, watching shows with my family, spending time with them, different things like that. So around 10 o'clock to about midnight is when I kind of have my computer time. And I really, as you guys know, if you're not new here, then you know how much I adore this game and how much I love playing my actual current household, Hudson and Cora, and their baby Dean, which we'll get into more of later, because you know I love updating you guys on their progress and things like that with them. But I love to play them as well, and I like to get a couple days in, especially where I take longer times than regular people to play one Sims day. So I try to do that with my 2-hour computer time, but sometimes I like to build as well. I usually work on a build for about like an hour, half hour. So I play till like 11 till 12 sometimes, and sometimes I build from 10 to 11, but sometimes the night drags on. Like for example, tonight I didn't come into my room till 10:30. So I don't really have much time at night to do these videos. So I usually build for 1 hour, and of course this build is one of those builds that took me like 5-6 hours in total, so that means it took about 6 days to actually complete this build off and on, and that's obviously not fun. And then it takes me a couple days to edit these videos, especially where this voiceover is 45 minutes long. Like, it's gonna take me a long time to do this. In fact, I'm probably gonna have to split this up between today and tomorrow, so I don't know when this video will actually be up for you guys, but I'm gonna try really hard to get this up soon. It just takes me a long time, and it's hard because I'm not, like, I'm a talkative person, but there's only so much talking someone can do for 45 minutes straight until their vocal cords hurt, and they're talked out and have nothing left to say. So yeah, that's kind of why I take so long to upload these videos. It's a process, and it definitely takes a long time, and I am working on a book. I am a writer, so I'm working on a new book here soon. I'm just starting the plotting phase of that, and I do have another YouTube channel. It's called Tales of a Melancholic Poet, where I share my poetry and things that I write over there, which you guys should definitely go and check out, because I am very obsessed with poetry and writing just in general, and it's a really hard thing to do. I want to talk a little bit about that as well. Not the poetry part, I'm good at that. I've been doing that since I was in 8th grade, but the hard part about it is sharing it, and it's not that it's hard because it's my personal work or anything. It's hard because it's hard to find a following. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to gain or make a platform for yourself, and that's something I'm struggling with all channels, including this one, including this one, which I want to take a quick side note and say thank you guys so much for 700 subscribers. We are so close to 1,000, and that is my yearly goal, so please hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I know I'm not very frequent, I know, but when I am, I give you guys great builds, and we're kind of on this journey right now of building my save file together, and you guys can of course give me suggestions. Maybe I'll build a house for like your Sims family if you need one, to their taste and things like that if you want to in the comments, which I'm more than happy to do for you guys. Of course, it might take a little bit for me to do, but I promise I'm here, and I'm definitely trying. I'm just working with a lot of different things at the moment, so yeah. So I don't even remember what I started my sentence with. Something about, beginning a platform. It's really hard to do that. On my poetry accounts, I'm at 200 on my TikTok for my poetry account, and I am at about 150 on my Instagram for that one. And for the account on TikTok, which I definitely need to start making more TikToks about Sims for my Sims TikTok, which if you guys don't follow that as well, it is Baby Sims, same as it is on here on TikTok, for you guys to go and follow if you guys are interested in doing that. I post TikToks occasionally about my gameplay or just little things here and there, so I definitely recommend you guys check that out, because I am such a fan of TikTok. I don't know where I was going with that, but either way, definitely go check that out. So yeah, it's hard to gain a platform, and I think that's really hard because with my new book that I am currently working on and plotting and stuff like that, one of the biggest advice that people always give writers is to start a platform and kind of share like your book reviews, passages from your books, poetry you write, different things like that. And I find that I really struggle with gaining a platform on apps. It's something I've always kind of struggled with every platform that I made, including this one and other accounts I had before where I wanted to have a platform. I find it really hard to get a platform, especially on Instagram. That is like a really hard app to grow on. And Twitter is one of those platforms where I don't think is used for business related things. Like, I have a Twitter, and I think for this account Twitter works, but for a writer and having like a writer / book talk / like a writer's journey type of account, I don't think Twitter is kind of the place for that. And here's why: because I don't think that there's kind of a community over there for writers. I think that there is for sure, but not in the way that I think you expect. Like, I think that the kind of community I'm looking for is people who are like me and trying to gain a platform, and I don't feel like Twitter is the way to do that, considering that, I don't know, like if you were to Google your favorite authors, right, like if you were going to follow them, I would personally choose Instagram or TikTok. I would not search them up on Twitter. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me on this, but I feel like Twitter is not like or X, I guess, is the place to grow a platform for writing, but it is for Sims because there's a big Sims community over there, and of course you can share all kinds of things from there. So I don't know, I think it's worth a try for sure. It's just something that I never really considered. I have an account for both. I say I'm a lot. I'm so sorry. It is late and I've had a long day. But either way, let me just take a quick breath so we can get back on track here. I have accounts on most social medias for both of my YouTube, for This Sims YouTube, and my poetry account. I have a Pinterest, Tumblr, different things like that I share my stuff on for both, and I enjoy social media. I think it's definitely super cool, and I'm super excited about my book that I'm writing. But that is kind of why I want to tell you guys all of that, because that's why I'm not really doing so well at posting lately. It's because I don't really have the time to be building and or editing and things like that, but I'm definitely still going to. I'm not giving up on this channel. I never plan on doing that. I plan on doing this until the end, basically, and whenever that is. And I hope you guys are here with me, and I hope that we continue growing together. I am going to make some more mod videos here soon, eventually. It's just, again, that's kind of a harder video to film, because I live in a house with 5 different people, right? So, like, it is kind of difficult for me at times to find time to film with my voice. That's why I do these voiceovers at 11 o'clock at night, because it's a little bit quieter and it's a little bit easier to do that without distraction. So I find that making videos with my voice, they take a long time, and that is why I opt not to do them at this time of night, because I like to do my other hobbies and play with my actual Sims family during that time. So it is definitely hard to make those, while speed builds are efficiently easier and just easier on time management as well, because I can work on them throughout the week and different things like that. So yeah, that's kind of a little gist on why I suck at posting. Also, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about if you guys are new here, because I feel like I should probably do this every once in a while for people that are new. Just give like a little bit of a reintroductory to myself. So if you're unaware, my name is Brooke, which I said at the beginning of the video, but in case you missed it, my name is Brooke. I am 20 and I live in Nova Scotia, Canada, which is like the most boringest place on earth. But you know what isn't boring about it? It's where all the Titanic victims are buried, and that leads me into a good segue to what I want to talk about next, and that's the Titanic, because I'm kind of in my Titanic era right now. I go in and out with this, okay? I feel like everybody has one piece of history that they're very kind of informed with and very obsessed with in a way. Like, I know certain people, everyone in my family, in my household at least, has that one piece of history where they're like so encaptured by it, and mine is definitely the Titanic. Like, there's something about it that has been so enchanting to me. And obviously it's a devastating thing. It's not like I'm like, oh, it was so great, it was so cool, but it is fascinating to me. For a very long time, like since probably I learned about it in school for the first time. Obviously I wasn't alive when it happened. Nobody was. If you're watching this video, you weren't alive. It was 1912, but I wasn't even alive. Like, what I meant to say originally was I wasn't alive when even the movie came out. I was born in 2004, so I obviously was not alive in 97. My brother was, but I was not. But when we learned about it in school, I was very interested. It was my favorite topic to learn about in history and in social studies and different things like that. And then when the movie came out, or I guess when I watched it, not when it came out, was a couple years ago. I'd say about a year or two ago, maybe. And I was just like, I basically fell in love with the movie. And then ever since then, I've had it in the back of my mind, like daily, every single day. So it's just been one of those things. I'm just now realizing that I don't think I put a TV in this living room. Like, I don't think there's a TV in this house besides the bedrooms. I hope I did. Oh no. No, I did. Okay. Sorry. I just had like a brain fart moment. Yes, I did put a TV. Anyway, I really love the Titanic. In fact, I'm literally wearing, if you guys seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about, but the blue necklace that Rose has, I think it's called Heart of the Sea is what it is called. And I am wearing it around my neck. I'm obsessed with it. I have books on it. I have posters. Like, I'm just like actually obsessed with the whole thing. I just love it. The real thing and the movie. It's like a split hyperfixation where I'm kind of obsessed with both of them. So yeah, so I guess that's one thing Halifax has going for it. We have the graveyard where all the people who did not survive are buried. We also have a museum here, which I've never been to, and I really want to go, and nobody's interested in taking me. Because I'm kind of the only one in my household, or out of my friends, that is this obsessed with the Titanic. But yeah. In fact, it was right next to my grandmother's old apartment building. She doesn't live there anymore, but literally it is like it's on the side of the apartment building my grandmother lived off of. Like, it's basically their backyard, and it was crazy. Like, you could just see all the buses of people, like tourists, coming in and seeing the Titanic graveyards. And there is even one here called J. Dawson. It is not the Jack Dawson from the movie. Like, it's not the real life version of him, because the Jay Dawson that's played, obviously is Leonardo DiCaprio, but the character is not based off of anybody real. It is not. The real grave is called Joseph Dawson and is totally irrelevant. But there is like the Molly Brown who was in the movie and different people like that. So I don't know. I just really, really love it. But yeah, I actually have some random thing that I shouldn't tell you because it's an editing thing, but I'm going to tell you either way. I actually am splitting this voiceover into 2, therefore you guys will not notice the thing, but I will, because again, it's 45 minutes, it's late, and I quite honestly do not have the time to be sitting here for 5 minutes talking. But so right now you're not even gonna notice. I could have already done it. You wouldn't even know. But at some point in this video, there's gonna be a split and a voiceover. So if you notice any weird clicking or like maybe my voice sounds different or something sounds different, that's probably why. Again, you wouldn't even know if I already did it or not. It could be the next day for all you know. But yeah. Who knows? Who knows when I do or why I do things. But either way, we are moving on to the kitchen right about now. And yeah, I like this kitchen. I think it's cool. It's pretty big. It has the same color scheme as the rest of the house. I don't really use the Parenthood counters very often, but I did in this build for this kitchen. And I like the way they turned out. I think they're very simple and they're very cute. So one thing I really despise about this game though is the fact that the counters, like the island pieces, have cabinets on the side that you put the chairs on, because in real life you'd have to move the chair, open the cabinet, which I guess isn't that big of a deal, but in The Sims they're just like useless. I mean, I guess they're useless anyway because you cannot put things in cabinets in Sims. I wish that you could. I wish that like the cabinets and stuff had like an inventory system where if you click on them it says like open and then you could put like appliances in it and things like that, and I think there might be a mod that does that, but I'm not sure. And it sounds complicated, so I don't know. But I wish they could add that to the game so you can put like clutter in or even like junk drawer things and stuff like that, because I think that'd be so cool to add to this game and make so much sense too, because we have so much tabletop appliances now and sometimes you want them all and you just can't because your kitchen's not big enough. So I definitely feel like we should start adding things like that to this game. So yeah. That's my rant of things I want The Sims 4, number 1. Number 2, let's move on now. We are on to the dining room, which is giant, and it's more of like a formal dining room, and also the only dining room. I was gonna have another one behind where the island is, but the kitchen was just a little too small for me to fit another dining room table, so I ended up just putting like the dining room in here, and it's more like a grand dining, but it is what it is, and I think it looks cool either way, so who am I to judge myself? I guess. I mean, I'm the one who built it, so I tried my best with this build. I really did try to clutter up every surface and make it look as realistic and beautiful as possible, but obviously details go unmissed and there's always going to be things where I'm watching it back like, oh, I wish I would have did this, or I wish I would have put something there. Like right now, I'm wishing, I do end up, like as you can see right now, I put all kinds of books on this little, like these little china cabinets in the dining room. I wish I would have put something different, because I feel like it's kind of weird just to have a bunch of books in here. It's not a library, it's a dining room. You wouldn't read in there, really. You'd eat in there, not read, so I don't know. The floor plan of this house is kind of weird. Like, I feel like there's a lot of hallway and it's kind of split into 2, but I didn't really mind that when I was building it. Sometimes houses just be like that, but I get it could be kind of probably confusing if you do play in this house. So yeah, we are doing the first floor powder room. There is 2 powder rooms on this first floor level because the house is big and I figured that you would want more than one. Then there's also like the master bedroom on this floor, which has the master bathroom. Upstairs has 2 bathrooms, and then the basement has a bathroom as well. So this comes to a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bathrooms in this house. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 6 bathrooms. I feel like I just miscounted, but I didn't. This is the laundry room that we are moving on and doing now, and it looks like every other laundry room I've ever made in this game, because I mean, there's not much you can do with laundry rooms in this game. I feel like, you know, there's only so much you can do, and they look kind of the same because it's a laundry room. Same with bathrooms. I don't know, I do mostly the same exact things in each bathroom and laundry room I make in this game, and I don't feel sorry about it because they're really insignificant rooms and there's not really much you can do about it. But moving on from the bathroom laundry room combo, we are now doing the home gym, and it's just kind of half home gym, half yoga studio. And I did that because when I randomized the family on the website Sims 4 Family Generator, it came up with the father of this family, Derek. He is a fitness lover. Like, he loves working out and loves all things fitness. And I have this extra room back here, and I was like, you know what, I may as well just turn it into a gym. I didn't really know what else I was going to put into here anyway. But yeah, so I turned it into a gym, and I figured that maybe he liked my yoga, or also maybe his wife likes yoga, or the teenager, somebody likes yoga and they can use it as well. So I did end up putting that in there. So I have a little home gym in here as well, which I thought was super cute. I love making home gyms. And another thing here that we are moving on to is the garage, and I did get a little lazy because I did end up just putting these like little base game cabinets all across the wall, but I liked it in the end because I think it looks really good. I think it looks very garage, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like a lot of, I don't know if this is a rich people thing. I don't even have like a garage attached to the house, but I feel like a lot of rich people, they have like the full wall of cabinets like that. Like, I know that my parents' friends, they have like that in their garage. So I don't know, I just feel like it's a kind of a thing with people who have in-house garages. Some of the well, yeah, I guess that is a part of the house, but you know what I mean. I feel like people have that in their garage. So yeah, and this is the outdoor, like, not really outdoor, it's like the way outside to the back door, and you can, it's the mudroom. So yeah, I just kind of use Dream Home Decorator to kind of make this like mudroom type of shelving type of thing here. I don't really have the right words, honestly, but you get the gist of it. And yeah, just put some clothes down. There's like some benches and stuff. Now, one thing about this house is I use so many cabinets and like Dream Home Decorator shelving like this that when you play with the walls half cut, you can't really see any of it, so it looks like a lot of the rooms are like empty or have like a big chunk of them missing, and that's what I really don't like. I mean, I get it why they do that, because you wouldn't want that like in your face when you're trying to play, but at the same time it makes it look like I put nothing in half of these rooms, and that's so sad. But now we're moving on to this absolutely massive master bedroom. There we go. Sorry, my brain like tongue twisted that for me. And I really like the way this one turned out. I kind of took inspiration from my current household Sims, Hudson and Cora, the Woods family. If you guys don't know, I talk about them a lot, but I kind of took inspiration from their master bedroom that I built from their house, which you guys will see eventually. I do have a build of, like, I did record me building their house, but it's like an hour long because they live in an absolute mansion, so it's gonna take a long time to edit. And also I built in San Sequoia, and I'm trying to kind of stay in order here with the way I do the world, so you'll probably see that eventually. Yeah, maybe when my Sims kids are like 20, but you get the gist. So yeah, this is the master bedroom. We have a little seating area over here. We have a vanity in the front, a little TV area, bed, you know, side tables, things like that. I didn't put any like dressers or anything in here because we have like a built-in walk-in closet in this bedroom. So, but yeah, this is pretty much identical to how my Sims bedroom is laid out. They have the same corner slant with the TV and the console table. They have like the little hallway with the 2 doors off it, one being the bathroom and one being the master bathroom and closet, with the same kind of shape of room. So I don't know, I took kind of inspiration from that, except for my Sims don't have a vanity in the room. I kept theirs in the master closet. And yeah, I don't know, I think this bedroom's really cute. It definitely sticks to the color scheme of the rest of the house. And what I try to do when I do these bedrooms, and for every bedroom and every single like teenage bedroom or anything like that I always like kind of close my eyes and just pick a random bed and then pick a color scheme, and then I kind of build a room around that. But I didn't do that with the master bedroom in this house because of the fact that I want to keep the same color scheme. I kind of try to keep color schemes the same with the master bedroom to the rest of the house, because I feel like the people who sleep in the master bedroom probably decorated this house the way they did, so therefore they would probably keep their bedroom the same color scheme. So yeah, I try to kind of keep it that way. This is the master closet. It's kind of a tight fit and tight squeeze, but I liked it anyway. I thought it was pretty cute. But yeah, I'm very much running out of things to say, so that's why I'm basically talking about just the build, because I just got a text and I was reading at the same time. I'm so sorry. I hate when people do that in real life, so I'm sorry to do that to you. Now I completely just forgot what I was talking about, like completely. Oh yeah, I don't have anything to talk about. I was talking about not having anything to talk about, so I talked about the build. So my sincerest apologies to you, because I literally feel like I'm being so boring, but there's not really much I can talk about. Like, I don't do much in a run of a day. I'm writing a book, and I don't want to go too much into detail about that because people like to steal ideas, and I run another YouTube account, which I don't have to explain very much because you guys can just go subscribe to it. And this is one of the longer videos where I find it's really hard to talk like through. That's why I split it up into a couple days usually, because it's just so hard for me to find things to talk about for that long. But I guess I could talk about my current household. I feel like I haven't talked about them yet, and I think I said earlier on the video, I was like, oh yeah, I'll get to that later. So basically, if you guys are unaware, I love to talk about them. They're like my literal children and my babies. Their names are Hudson and Cora, and they have a son named Dean. And Hudson and Cora are both 24 years old, and then Dean is an infant. But in Sims game time, he's about 2 seasons, so 2 months. And then in real life, that would translate to about like 6 months old. So, yeah, that's kind of that. He doesn't really have like, he has milestones, but I'm still working on a couple of them. Like, he can sit up, put his foot in his mouth, pee straight up. He can turn around, lift his head up on his own, sit up, crawl. Oh no, he can't crawl yet, but he can bum bounce. He can't speak, crawl, walk, or talk. Speaking is the same as talking, so you get the point. And he's just now starting to try some of like the infant food, but since he has the curious trait, he's like not liking any of them. Like, he's liking them, but it just says he's unsure about every single one, so that's kind of annoying. But I have a lot of fun playing with infants, actually. I think it's such like a good fun time. I don't know, I think it's so cute, and I'm actually obsessed with my Sims baby, like Dean, because I quite literally take so many pictures of him. On my phone I have 60 pictures alone of this infant, and it's just so cute. That sounds really bad. Now that I say that out loud, it sounds really, really bad, but no, I promise he's just my little Sims, my Sims child. He's super cute, and I don't know, he's just so cute. I love taking pictures of my Sims. I have over 10,000 pictures of my Sims on my camera roll in general. I just love them. They're just very cute, so yeah. This is the upstairs floor that we started now, and we are doing the child boy's room. I'm pretty sure, what did I name him again? I actually don't remember. I said it earlier, but now I don't remember, so I have to go look again. Let me go take a quick look, because I quite literally already forgot what that kid's name is. So, other family generator, Everett. So this is Everett's bedroom. I went his with like a red and black theme, and I really decorated the heck out of this room, because I don't know, I'm really in my like decorating era right now. I really love decorating, especially like kids rooms and teens rooms. I think they look so cool. There's no U in that world. Oh my god. Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Anyway. Oh my god. I need to stop doing voiceover so late, because then it's like, at that point, it's just like, it's been a long day and I can't speak anymore. So yeah, I just really like doing these type of decorations for these rooms. I think they look so cool, and I think that Everett's room here turned out so well, and I really am obsessed with it. It's like the perfect amount of clutter, but also like cute, you know what I mean? It's not cluttered to the amount where it's like, oh my god, this is a disaster and gives me anxiety, but it is the type of like how do I even say that right? Cluttered that is, I find like really good and makes it look like a normal kid's room. And then this here is Santiago. He is twin 1, as he is labeled in my thing, in my notes app, and he lives in this room. He's a male. He is about 3 years old, and I made his room about orange and green themed, and I actually used this race car bed, which I don't think I've literally ever used. If I have, and you guys remember me using it at some point, definitely let me know, but until right now, I have no memory of ever using that bed. So yeah, like maybe when toddlers first came out and we got it that bed, but ever since then I don't think I've ever used that bed, and I think it's really cute and I really like it. And this room is not like my favorite. I like Everett's, and I like what did I name her? What is the other girl's name? I know it starts with an I think. Hold on. Iris is her name. I like Iris and Everett's room better because it's just super cute, and I honestly really hate the color orange, but I decided to, oh my god, I have hiccups. I decided to stick with that for that reason, because I was trying to kind of do something I wouldn't usually like to do. So I stuck with the orange color scheme and orange and green, and I think it turned out really cute. I really do like the way this room turned out. However, when you're playing it in live mode, you can't see any of the walls because of the way it's like kind of backed up where the roof is, that you can't see any of the walls when you're in here. So it looks like it has no walls, which is really sucky, but what do you do about that, I guess? But yeah, I do think in the end of the day, this room is still really cute. I wish I would have put more on the walls because, again, there's not really like windows. Well, there is, but there's not really like a lot of windows cut to kind of divide like the wall space up. So I feel like the walls ended up looking very bare, and I definitely should have put more on them. But I struggle really hard with the paintings in this game. I feel like there just isn't enough. Like there is, but there's so many things that you can't use everywhere. Like so many decals and so many like jazz paintings and like random things that you probably wouldn't use in every build. So I feel like we just need a kit of like artwork that isn't stupid looking. I don't know. I'm like a #1 hater of the art in this game. I desperately think that we need more of it. And I know that we have so many paintings in there, but as I said, none of them can really like fit in everyday situations. And the ones that we do have, I overuse them so much that it's like a staple in my build now. So I just kind of feel bad. And that's why my house is, okay, let me put it this way. I only build with just like the game content and no CC for YouTube. If I'm building something for myself, you guys won't see it because it is so filled with CC that it's barely even a recognizable build anymore. Like everything, like the only thing that isn't at that point would probably be just like the actual roof pieces and the walls, because I use custom roof textures, walls, stairs, everything, and every single piece of furniture is custom content. So yeah, I build with no custom content for YouTube and pretty much YouTube only, but I quite literally don't do that for anything else. Like my Sims house, the one they live in right now, that you guys will eventually see speed build of, that I did without CC for you guys, but then I literally downloaded and deleted every single piece of furniture and then redid it with so much CC that like it's actually insane. So yeah, that is, I build mostly with just CC when I build for myself, and that's why you guys don't see any CC builds. If you guys would like to, I'll definitely like make a video of me building with custom content. It's just that like I don't know what it is. I just feel bad because I am not a where can I find friendly person. Like if you comment and you're like, hey, certain things, like maybe if you comment on clothes, I'll be able to tell you at least the creator, but I'm really bad at keeping track of that stuff. So, and I don't mean to gatekeep, I really don't, but I just am really bad at keeping track of things like that. And my mods folder is not really organized like it should be, so it's not like I can just go and fish it out and give it to you because I'm like the worst at that. So that's why I don't really upload builds with CC, because if someone's like, hey, where'd you get that lamp from? The only thing I'm gonna be able to tell you is, I don't know. I have no idea. I might be able to find it, like if it's labeled in the game with the creator's name tag on it, like how Coastal Collection has like the C on the top with the blue. I think it does anyway. It might not, but maybe I'm wrong. But I know that some people's builds objects have like their creator kind of stamp on it, and then I can at least tell you where the creator is, but I wouldn't put your bucks on it because I'm not good at identifying that kind of stuff, and it's just, I'm honestly kind of lazy in the way that I don't want to, so I'm really sorry. And that's why I don't really build custom content, because I'm really bad at keeping track of it, and then everybody be like, hey, I want this house. And the thing is with building custom content as well is that nobody can download it because they have to have the exact same, down to like the tiniest little detail of CC that you have, and if not, they're getting like empty everything, and that's just not fun. And I feel bad for you guys. I don't download any houses that have CC on them because like it's just, why would I? Because then you have to download a bunch of things, and then you might still be missing something, and then you don't know if you already have it, and it's like a whole thing. So that's why I honestly don't really download anything ever anyway. I haven't really downloaded something from the gallery in a very long time. If I like, I'm like, oh, I want a restaurant for this lot, I just build it. And I guess that's kind of a thing with being kind of a, I don't know if I want to say I'm a good builder. I feel like that sounds very like tooting my own horn, but being kind of skilled at building and knowing how to is kind of a bonus with that, because if you're like, oh, I want this type of lot, but not many people have ever made it, I just build it and I do it myself. And if you guys ever want me to build something, then you guys can definitely let me know, DM me on Twitter or Instagram, or even comment, and I'll definitely try to fit it in, and I'll definitely try my best to make it. I know there's some things I've tried in the past that you guys haven't seen because obviously I delete them, but there has been some times where I'm like, oh, I really want to do this, and then it fails so epically, or I end up in tears. One of those scenarios was trying to redo, before I started my save file, I tried to rebuild the art center in San Myshuno, and it turned out so bad that I literally cried and then deleted the lot and never tried it again. I don't know what it was about that day. I think I tried to stick with the original like characteristics of like a big glass box, and it was just, I couldn't get it right. It was just so ugly. I was like, it's not happening. I refuse. So I ended up deleting it, and yeah. Me saying I don't download things from the gallery does not mean that my like sim saves don't have things from the gallery. don't get it mixed up, because listen, they do. And that is not because I don't, like, I used to download things. Like, before I started my save file, I used to download things and I redid my whole town that way. So I still have a lot of those lots there and that I haven't gotten to yet, because again, we're only on Newcrest, which, by the way, I am honestly kind of proud of myself for sticking to it for this long and still working on my own save file. And I am definitely probably going to find a way to publish this at some point, but I want you to keep in mind that when I do, I'm not putting any townies in. So if you guys wanted to download this, it would just be all the builds. And that's why I was kind of maybe against not doing that, because I know that no sims or anything might be really boring and you guys would probably want to have sims in there, because there's not a single sim in this world. So if you guys wanted that, I don't know really what to tell you about that, but that's why I've been uploading all these to gallery, and this is more of a save file building, as in I'm doing it for myself and also for you guys in the way that I'm posting everything I build, so you guys can kind of mix and match and make your own things. Like, if say you don't like this house, right, you don't want this one in your world, that's fine. You can just put like the house I built last week in your world, and that's fine. You know what I mean? You can kind of mix and match and you can put lots wherever you want them to go. Like, this doesn't have to be in Newcrest. This can be in Chestnut Ridge if you wanted it to be. So, I don't know. That's kind of why I like doing them. That's what I've always done. I've never actually downloaded a save file besides this empty one that we are building in. But I've never actually downloaded a save file. And I don't really plan on it because I like to kind of just go on the creator's gallery and then find the builds I like from it and then place them wherever I want them to be and then kind of customize them to my own kind of being. So that's kind of why I don't really download save files, for that reason. I just kind of like to I don't know, I just kind of like to customize my things a little bit better. So yeah, I guess that's why I'm kind of doing it this way for you guys, so that you guys can have a little more control and customization over your Sims worlds, because I don't know. Also, I want to bring up this topic because I see it on Twitter today and I just want to ask you guys maybe what you do for your own game. But someone said that like they play their game with the worlds, you know what I mean? Like, they think that all of the worlds are like one city, like it's just different districts of the city, and your sims, like for example, your sims can live in San Myshuno and they can just go to Willow Creek and hang out, right? And then some people are saying like, oh no, I pretend they're different countries, and some people are like, oh, they're different cities but they're in the same country, like, you know, Texas and California. But I personally play it as the option number 1, which was where I call it like Sim City, and all the worlds like Willow Creek, Newcrest, all of them are districts in the city. Like, I don't know how to explain it because I don't want to give away my own, like, town, basically. But in my city, at least, we have, like, one place here that's 20 minutes from my house. And then there's like, the downtown area. And then there's, like, that area. And then there's that area. So, like, that's how I kind of see the worlds. And I don't really see them as different cities. I see them all being in one singular city, except for certain ones. And that is Granite Falls, Selva Dorada, Tartosa, Sulani, Mount Comarembe, and like kind of Henford, Chestnut, and Tomarang, but not in the way that you think. Like, I think they're still in the same town, they're just like kind of a road trip type of vibe. But I think Sulani, Chestnut Falls, Selva Dorada, Tartosa, and Mount Comarembe you have to take planes to. That's kind of how I have mine set up. But Willow Creek, Oasis Springs, Newcrest, Magnolia Promenade, Windenburg, Sandwich Sequoia, Bernalta Bay, Del Sol Valley, Evergreen Harbor, Copperdale, Brightchester, and did I miss one? San Myshuno are all in the same city, and there's different parts of the city. And I actually have written down how far I think they are from each other. Like, for example, my sims live in San Sequoia. I think that if my sim were to drive to Willow Creek, it'd be a 40-minute drive. If my sims wanted to drive to Henford Bagley, it'd be an hour and 20-minute drive. So that's kind of how I see it in my head. But let me know how you see the things. Maybe you just don't care that much. I feel like maybe it's like a hardcore simmer thing. Like, maybe some people care and some people don't. But before I literally talk so fast that I run out of vocal cords, I just want to talk a little bit about the room that we're doing now. This is a teenage girl's room. Again, I forget her name. I'm really bad with my Sims names besides the one I'm playing with. Because you keep in mind, I'm building this house and I just make the family and then call it quits. Mia, that is Mia's bedroom. And I did very light blue and then a beige kind of color scheme. Because again, I closed my eyes, picked a random double bed, and then here we are. Yeah. The basement has like this little rec room that's like a bar, and then it has a little bit of gaming space, like darts, game board thing, and I believe it has a foosball table. And then there's Mia's room in the bathroom. And now we're moving on to the back deck where I'm adding this little outdoor kitchen, because it wouldn't be a baby Sims build if I didn't. I always put these outdoor kitchens in. I don't know what it is about outdoor kitchens, but I just think they're so pretty and I just love them, although I never use them. My Sims have an outdoor kitchen and not once have they ever used a barbecue. My Sims are not barbecuers. I'm not a barbecue person. I don't really like barbecue, so I don't know. Maybe that's just like a personal thing. seeping into my gameplay. Does anybody else do that? I personally find it really hard to make my Sims eat food that I personally don't like. And I try to make it so it's not that way because I like to think of my Sims as like separate people with their own personalities and likes and dislikes, obviously. But like I physically, like for example, I hate seafood in real life. I will not eat it. My Sims will not eat seafood either. I just can't like do it. I don't know. Maybe that's like a stupid thing of me, but I just can't let my Sims eat it. I don't know why. It just grosses me out because I hate seafood, so automatically they should too. And half of the foods I eat in real life, what they eat, like my favorite food is mac and cheese, and my Sims have mac and cheese all the time because I'm really bad at like originality with that, which I need to get over because I'm a writer. So maybe I need to brush a little past that and start giving my characters a little bit of their own personality tastes and things like that. But yeah, and we are coming up very close to the end of this video here because I remember that a couple of minutes of this is actually screenshots and kind of like the ending because we have a lot of screenshots to show you. That's why it takes so long. And yeah, so I don't know when I should like wrap up my voiceover. By the looks of it, it looks like I still have a little bit left of talking to do. So sorry for your ears, but I am itching to get to my current household because I only have about an hour until I have to get ready for bed. Not that I am a child and I have a bedtime, but I give myself a bedtime because if I don't give myself a bedtime, I stay up until ungodly hours at night and then don't wake up until ungodly hours of the day. So yeah, I'm really strict on myself. I have like very strict routines with myself. I don't know why. That's just a conversation for another video though. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this build. I'm not gonna start my voiceover yet actually, or I guess this is voiceover. I am totally brain lagging right now, but I don't know. I'm adding wallpaper to walls. That's all I know, alright? That's all I know. I'm just adding the wallpaper in. I started with a dark blue for the gym because I thought it looked cute, and I don't know, I always make my gyms dark colors. I don't really know why I do that. Maybe it should be a light color. I don't know. I also use this same wallpaper in almost every build. I also don't know why I do that either, but I do, so who knows? It just gives detail, makes it look less boring. And yeah, so this is Everett's room. I think I end up doing like the Parenthood wallpaper, yeah, and then giving him a red accent wall. Yeah, that's what I remember. And then I'm pretty sure I go with a green wall for Santiago's bedroom here, and then I do a little orange part. But either way, I am now cutting it close here. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because I post save file videos. We're on this journey together. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.